Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back for Paws and Claws, the Lost Tales of Pugmire. I'm Jess, and it is wonderful to see you again and be playing and bringing these beautiful dogs and cats to you. We have a special announcement, I guess, this week, or I should say tonight, right after this show. Technocracy Reloaded is having their session 0, so stick around for that. It should be pretty exciting. And without further ado, I'm Jess. You can see me down in the chat as Angry Nerd Girl. And let's meet our dogs and cats, starting with Honey and Dice.
Hello everybody, I am Honey and Dice. You will see me in the chat as Honey and Dice making perfectly unnecessary commentary. And I play the Minister of Music, Miss Eartha Kitty.
Lynn Meyer.
Hello everybody, I am Lynn. I am here playing our sweet and determined and trying very hard to be a good dog, Shepherd Baguette Corgi.
Alan.
But which Alan?
You went first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alan C. Johnson, and I am here playing Grimly Greyhound, the lovable, anxious mutt.
Next, Alan.
Hi, I'm Alan Engelson, and I am playing the lovable, anxious cat.
Cameron.
Hello, I'm Cameron Blair, and I'm playing the apathetic but truly revolutionary cat Jean-Pierre Cachet.
And CV.
Hello. Critical Bard here. Critical Bard across all social media channels. I am playing Vincent Jacquel, the mysterious article.
And as ever, you start with 3 fortune in your fortune bowl. So, for an extra fortune, who would like to give us a previously on Paws and Claws?
Uncle ain't coming out tonight because I do not. Wait. You know what? Hold on. For the Bible said, go off and let it happen. On Pugmire. So we was on the ship. Vincent was casting the hollow spell to make sure that nobody could find us, with the caveat that we can't be surprised either. We have a kitty. What else happened? JP talked with the bird that's up at the top. They got a little friendly rivalry fun thing happening up there. I forget names because I did write things down though. So let me go to my notes.
JP kept calling him Blathers, which was not his name.
Isn't that like an Animal Crossing thing? Some shit?
So I have to say, that's
it.
curator.
There it is.
Pause and clause. Okay. What else happened? Like the most important things that happened is we all talked in a room, and we learned that y'all, what happened? No. We talked.
Come on, you got this.
I'm enjoying this.
We talked because we needed to figure out what we was going to do. We had a long periodically discussion about like the truth and about what's going to happen when we get to the ship, because some of us not really down for the unseen, some of us not really trying to die, and but we gonna support each other, so like we gonna do the job. But if the job gets rough, then bye. So we are on a ship on an island, we don't know how to get back, so that's gonna be a second part to deal with, but we at least laid down the foundation of what we want to do. On top of that, we also gets figured out like what can we do, what can we bring to the table. Some of the spellcasters had some heart-to-hearts about the things they could do. JP went and talked to the captain, who was like, JP was like, let me help you so you can help me. And she like, what? And he like, yeah. But most importantly, she asked him to ask us to go deal with a pirate salvage ship or something. So that might be happening. There's many other things that happen within that, but that's the gist of it. And Uncle is done.
Yeah, most of it.
Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
You forgot the entirely long list of potentially dangerous things we may have to deal with, including sharks, crabs, the cat kraken, leviathan, sea folk that include catfish, dogfish, sting rats, spider goats. I do not see the correlation between the water and the goats, but here we are. JP was trying to get his hustle on, trying to get more people into Revolution. Captain Sackclaw, she was like, "No, I'm good, fam. I got the water, I got the boat and everything." Then JP was like, "All right, you're not as smart as I thought you was. I'm gonna go back to my people." Then she was like, "Well, hold up. You could do something for me." JP didn't care. He came back, told everybody Eartha was in the middle of having one existential crisis, and then this was introduced, and she was like, "In French, what's going on?" He explained. She was like, "Okay, fine." And then Baguette, out of nowhere, came out and said, "You know what? I maybe would be cool with that." That completely rocked Eartha's world. She went into a cabin, not her own, shut the door, and screamed. That was the other part.
Yeah.
It's succinct to the point. Yep.
That was the perfect 1-2 punch of what happened. Just beautiful.
Necessary.
And pretty significantly, you all talked about, where your turning back point would be in the mission, which was fun for me to find out.
Yeah.
So you had finished your conversation. Eartha had left to go scream in her room. And you saw a bunch of the crew scrambling, looking at, as they approach what looks like a derelict ship. It looks like something just tried to happen with a bot, and it didn't happen, but I'm not sure. Down in chat.
Tried it.
Yeah. Anyway. So, is anybody going and following them?
If I remember correctly, Baguette and somebody else, maybe it was Eartha, and Eartha went to the room. Baguette was in the hallway when people came out. Tibble, Grimly, and Vincent were still in the room, but I might be wrong about it.
I'm pretty sure we were just sitting there like, I'm not sure if we want in on that. That seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Baguette's thought was, well, there might be things on there that could be useful to us. We might learn something. And if nothing else, she could do her religious duty. And maybe if there are people to bury or give last rites to. I mean, that was just really part of her thinking. But she's obviously not going to demand one way or the other,
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah.
right. So you feel the boat start to slow to a halt. And anyone who has gone aft or up deck would see, not below deck, but on the deck. I know boat words.
Mm-mm.
Cameron, was that face not about deck stuff, but about your food?
Aft is the back.
Oh, thank you. I don't know boat words. I lied.
You were mostly correct.
You see what looks like a shipwreck, and the ship looks slightly smaller than the one you're on, but a similar make. The mast is somewhat cracked and tilted over. And the material, while clearly bright plastic like yours, is mostly covered with what looks like stone of some sort, like circular sections of hardened stone. and you see movement along the mast.
No, man. I think out of sheer curiosity, Vincent would have left the room and went above just to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if we're not boarding it, we can still look. Did you say movement on the mast of the other ship, yeah?
On the mast of the other ship. Yeah.
Can we make out any of what it is from here?
Yeah.
Just to see, like, the...
I will say it's hard to see at this distance, but
Okay.
it definitely seems to be creatures running up and down the mast. And
Like big or like little like rats critters, like... Or can we...
I would say about knee-high to Eartha.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the Eartha metric is, but I'll take your word
Eartha's
for it.
about 5 feet tall.
Ah, right, got it.
I was about to say knee-high to you and then realized that would be quite large.
That's big.
Vincent,
So it's about as tall as I am.
Oh,
It's as tall as Mr. Tibbles.
That's so sad. Vincent, out of sheer still just wondering what exactly is over there, especially if it's a salvage ship with things already on it, which means something else has taken interest on this thing. He will look over, and before he can even make contact, Major just flies straight out, and he can go. See, the thing is, there's not really rules about how far it can go. However, it does say something about being within 100 feet for a certain thing I can do. So I'm just going to rule that he can be 100 feet away from me.
Okay.
Because I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it's that's a number that's given. So he goes about 100 feet forward. Well, as far as he can get before he don't want to get too close. But it could be 100 feet out. But he goes and gets as close as possible to see what it is.
And just before anything's described, does hollow trigger on anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hell only has a range of what, like 60 feet? Something
Hollow
like that?
has a range of 60 feet, and it is detecting, you wanted it to detect unseen and anything coming to surprise you, correct?
Yes, it naturally always detects unseen.
Mm-hmm.
But then we can't be surprised. We will know if something is basically alert.
Yep.
yeah. I think seeing Major do what Major does, Baguette's gonna walk over to Vincent and just be at the ready to discuss as anything comes up.
For sure. And yeah, Vincent's hands are up just behind his back. You know his typical pose.
Yep.
Like looking, trying to see what it is.
Give me a notice check for Major,
I can
just
do
to see how much he sees as he's floating over there.
For sure. Let me make sure I get his stats. Notice check. Notice his wisdom. Great. But he doesn't have. He has proficiencies, but he doesn't. Okay.
Wow.
But he gets my proficiency bonus, but he didn't get my skill bonuses.
Right.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. What the shit? That's a 19 on the die. 19
Nice.
plus 1.
So he sees quite a bit.
What is our current proficiency? Oh, yeah, it's a 25.
Damn. All right, so Major, flying over, being a very alert bear, sees...
He's my breath. Sorry. Continue.
It's gonna be that kind of night. I love it.
sees something moving kind of under the water. He sees a break in the ship that he's heading out to, and sees that there's one part that's clearly under the water that he can see that seems to have a circle of sharks swimming around in there. But he's more focused on where you sent him. So, flying not aft, actually to the aft of that boat. Ha! It worked. Flying over the deck of that boat, he sees clumps of like rotted fish and seaweed and bone and all kinds of just detritus.
Detritus?
That's it. I always want to call it detritus, and that's not a word.
Oh yeah, just a bunch of dairy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of dairy, next to this detritus, frolicking, is...
Look at the detritus. I'm sorry. What is that?
Like garbage.
I think that's the stuff you get on your teeth.
It's plaque. It's boat plaque.
That's disgusting.
So like driftwood, fish bones, seaweed,
Clumps of that shit. Got it.
like just globs of gross kind of that he's floating over. And he sees a few things glinting, sparkling, couple chests. And the thing that has drawn your attention and his, and why I said speaking of milk, is a couple creatures with large udders, few with horns, and they have 8 legs, and they appear to be skittering on the mast and headbutting each other. It almost looks like they're playing.
Fucking spider goats. Great. That's going in my notes. Fucking spider goats. Okay, he will cock his head, like, and just like, he doesn't even turn, he just floats right back towards me.
Just backwards.
Yeah, just nope.
Nope. Understandable.
Yeah, and then, yeah, it looks at me.
Okay, that's not good. I don't typically see Major react that way. What did Major see?
Yeah, Major. 8 legs. Creepy. Headbutting each other. There's treasure. Yeah, and Vincent can figure out what he's trying to say. And Vincent will say.
Yeah.
At the sound of 8 legs, one of the crew suddenly kind of appears by you. It's one of the... it's a mouse with a blunderbuss on either side, and they go, "Spider goats is then? Well, there's good milk and webbing off of them. Nothing you don't find is the milk of a spider goat."
Okay. How big are they?
Yeah, how big were they? I mean, Major's small, but like, how big are they?
So, they're about as big as a regular, like, earth goat. They just happen to have 8 legs.
8 legs, okay.
And they like to climb.
So they look like a goat, just an 8-legged goat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was picturing something way more horrifying. Good to know.
Okay.
There was, according to Major, some glintings and treasure. Perhaps this could be useful. Not necessarily scared of a spider goat, however.
Right.
Was not expecting to deal with spider goats in my lifetime.
No, I wasn't either. That's fair. But do you think the others would be willing to check it out?
Potentially. If it's something in it that can be useful. I think we all like shiny things.
Unfortunately, we won't know unless we get up there.
How far away is it? I'm sorry. The shit?
You'd have to take a dinghy out or swim. It's boat distances.
Boat distances.
I mean, it's less than 100 feet because Major went there. I'd say it's probably
Fair.
like 50 feet.
Okay. I guess to know if you like stopped from a distance and watched, or if
Oh, no.
Cool.
It's still in the deep water, so you could get pretty close.
Fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, I can find Jean-Pierre. Eartha's in her room. Grimly and Tibbles. Not sure what they would like to do.
Well, we should at least present it as an option, I guess. I mean, I think this crew is going to do something with it anyway.
And it would seem that helping them might potentially help us in the long run.
Right.
Just in case they, how do you say, decide to run once we get on the island?
Exactly. So.
Though that would not be a smart thing to do.
No. But certainly a possibility anyway. So.
It is. How about you go find the two? I'll go find Jean-Pierre. See what they think.
All right.
And
so.
Major's actually going to go down to Eartha.
I love Major. Okay. Becca goes off in search of her friends.
All right. So, where are your friends, Baguette?
Where did she last see them head off? Probably.
Mr. Tibbles, where are you?
Yeah.
I'd probably say I'm going off, hanging around with Grimly, probably talking fighting strategy and all that, because to Mr. Tibbles, Grimly is like very like strategic and like hits hard, which Mr. Tibbles hits hard, but not nearly that hard.
Oh.
I'm flattered. It's a bad idea because I'm not tactical, but I'm flattered.
Hey, I said from Mr. Tibble's standpoint.
All right, so I'm going to say in that case, if he can define Grimly, Grimly basically just went down to the kitchen after the meeting because anxiety makes him hungry. So Baguette just walks and is like, so anyway, really, you just want to go for the legs, which I think that's kind of your only option, but just keep doing it. It works out.
You turn into an entirely different beast on combat.
Yeah, I get that a lot. It's Oh, hey Baguette, what's up?
Hello.
Am I interrupting something? I can give you a few more minutes. It sounded like a really fascinating conversation.
No, it's fine. I just came to get a sandwich, and Mr. Tibbles wanted to know how to hit people smarter. Something like that.
That's accurate.
Well, and she sits down. Speaking of legs.
I'm intrigued. Go on.
I know how to give you an opening. Vincent and I were just looking over at that ship, and he sent Major out to check it out, and there are spider goats on it. They have 8 legs.
Oh.
If you wanted to practice, I don't think there'll be a problem, but you never know. But more importantly, Major also spotted some seeming treasure out there. So we were discussing whether or not, balancing risk versus reward. And if we help the crew a little bit now, will they be more likely to help us when we get to the island? All that stuff.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, that's a lot of legs for you to practice on.
That is true.
I mean, again, they seem more interested in just playing with each other. I don't know that much about spider goats. I'm just saying. But
does Vincent think there's something worthwhile on the ship aside from the goats? I mean,
well, Major did see things. What was the word? Glinting. So there seems to be an indication of something that could be valuable or worthwhile over there. Kind of hard to tell at this point what what they've got. But
Right. Well, I guess if they think it's worth it, it could be worth a look.
yeah, I mean, and again, if nothing else, maybe we generate some will with the crew, and that in itself could help.
Yeah, and I mean, spider goats might attack, they might not. We'll
And
see.
and according to one of the crew here, their milk is apparently really good. I never would have thought about that, but you know.
Mr. Tibble slides the milk he was drinking a little away from him.
Delicious. Well, I don't know about that, but I'll be willing to take a look. It'd probably be good to get off this boat for a while and, stretch the legs. Well, I mean, except for the acid all around us, they're probably not too excited about that.
No, so we'd have to be careful, but I agree. Stretching a little bit, getting off the boat for a little while could be nice.
And Grimley's just going to follow Baggett out. Like, all right, yeah, I guess let's do this.
Same.
All right.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, Beckett's happy to put her mind on other things for a while. So, like spider goats, treasure, sure, okay.
So, Vincent, Major's going to see Eartha and you're going to see Jean-Pierre?
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to talk to first?
It's a weird question. It's like I'm playing two different characters. I think let's say Eartha because Vincent will have to look for Jean-Pierre probably.
Okay.
Unless Jean-Pierre is at the top. Okay.
Jean-Pierre was actually down outside of Eartha, where Eartha went, basically making sure no one went after her.
Aww.
Okay. That's adorable.
Well,
then
it's easy. You can find them both at once.
Right, exactly. I didn't know if they were together or not. If anything, I mean, Major would probably go off, notice Jean-Pierre, and then like go back up to Vincent, who's probably looking up. He's like, "Oh, of course, that makes sense.
Okay.
That checks out." And yeah, we'll head down.
Okay.
Is JP in Eartha's room or
outside of the door?
Yes, outside. Okay. JP, no. Vincent would come down the steps. He's not stealthy like a rogue, but he's always silent. I think that just needs to be known. I mean, he has a very high dex to do it. But he's kind of comes around the corner, looks over. I wasn't sure if you'd be interested, but I'm sure you already know about the salvage ship.
I was the one that brought the information to the group.
More importantly, you know what's on the salvage ship?
Probably money.
Possibly other things. And spider goats, apparently. Not my cup of tea. Baguette and I were seeing if this was something that people actually wanted to do versus just you bringing it up. It's actually making a point to go. I have no qualms, yes or no, but
I am indecisive. I can only see bad things happening to us for doing this. I mean, this is a wrecked ship on the Acid Sea. And I'm not sure how many of our group have sea legs.
I would agree with that. I do not. I would not recommend getting in the water.
My thoughts are not us getting in the water, but if we think about this ship that is already sunk or is sinking, it's probably not structurally sound enough for maybe Grimly to be walking around with all of his weight. He is a large dog.
That is fair. I will say that Major saw a multitude of these spider goats upon the ship, ramming each other roughhousing. So if they can hold up.
So are they just ghosts with eight legs, or are they what? What is this?
I know a lot. I don't know what this could be, but it would appear that it's literally a goat with 8 legs.
You can give me a nature check on it if you want to see what you know.
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
Is that intelligence?
Yep.
Rolled a 13, so that's a 12.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay, well, it's good that Jean-Pierre has been talking to the crew because he knows a bit more than Vincent. Vincent knows that they are goats with 8 legs.
Exactly.
Jean-Pierre, you know that these are goats with 8 legs, but that they're frequently seen on the water. Because they are prized for their webbing in making durable rope, and that they aren't afraid of storms, and they're not afraid of the noise from guns or cannons. They look kind of creepy, but they're quite friendly and love to climb. The only thing that's particular about spider goats is that when they are injured or when they sense the unseen, which they are very gifted at sensing the unseen, they change physically.
No, ma'am.
They're interesting animals. They are just like goats, but you know how spiders make the rope, the silk, the webs. They can do that as well, but it's larger. Oh, they do have a knack for sensing the unseen, but they become something else.
Well, that's another layer to that story. As I said, I don't have any reason to go, but I also don't have a reason not to go. So I want to get your and Eartha's opinion now that we have more information of what's actually over there. Like I said, it seemed to be something glinting, not just. It was in the chest, at least. So could be.
So you are curious. You know, my people have a saying about that. That it will kill you, but I do not agree with that. And Jean-Pierre will kind of lean back and knock on the door. Ursa, there are goats with 8 legs that may be of interest to you.
Why would goats with 8 legs be interesting to me?
It was supposed to be a joke.
She will open the door. She looks presentable. She's fluffed herself up, groomed, and so on. And she's just rubbing her paws together and just. Are these the spider goats I've heard of?
Wait.
All right. Now, on the spider throat, any type of threat, or are people just curious about 8-legged creatures?
They are valuable because their silk makes a good rope. And also, Vincent saw a shiny chest.
Hmm.
And despite his, calm demeanor, he is curious.
They have a saying about that.
Apparently.
I told him.
Yep. All right. Are the others going over to investigate this curious case of multi-legged creatures?
That is my assumption. I've been saying I have no desire to actually go and walk on this water or get in a place where I can, possibly fall in. But I'm pretty handy with my crossbow, and I will just sit on our boat and, if any baddies show up, I will shoot them.
Jean-Pierre, I
Wait.
never asked you. How are you about heights?
Oh, I'm fine with heights. I used to sleep on roofs for years.
How are you about heights without a surface underneath you?
Are you threatening me?
You would know if I was threatening you, Jean-Pierre. This was a question.
I did not know I would know. That is why I asked. Are you asking if I am afraid of falling? I believe everyone is afraid of falling. Oh, you're asking if I want to fly. I would love to
look
fly.
at that. Okay, good to know. Well, you don't have to worry about getting in the water at all, Jean-Pierre.
Well, that sounds magnifique. Then I am willing.
This actually seems like a horrible idea, but when on the sea, do what's on the sea. Of course, we're going to go pursue some spider goats too. How exactly do you get the webbing out of a spider goat? Has anyone really considered this? And she pauses.
I think the crew said something about milking them.
You know what? They can keep that.
Eartha fails a tug at her leg.
Is it Major?
Major just floats up and gets.
Oh, yes. Fine. If the adorable Major is going, I will go. If only to protect everyone else. And because it is a beautiful day, why not get in a boat on an acidic sea to go see spider goats on a ship that may or may not have actual treasure?
We'll know if we find out. And Jean-Pierre turns to Vincent. He's away, mon ami.
He will turn on his heel and walk out. Walk upstairs at least. Major still just clinging to Earth.
Eartha is in her special place right now. She's just, do you know what would be completely adorable? You have a little hum that's so adorable. I'm pretty sure we could work out some type of duet, darling. You're such a brave, precious little boy, aren't you? And she's...
So, for those of you who were on deck while this was happening, you saw a couple of the crew go out in one lifeboat. No. They were so eager to see these spider goats that they have already sailed to the wreck. And give me a notice check.
Okay.
So I guess that'd be Baguette, Tibbles, and Grimly, maybe.
Yes, it is.
21.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Less than 5.
Okay. So, Baguette, you see some of them pointing out the stuff that's stuck on the boat with the plastic. And you recognize that as the same thing that they scrape off of your boat pretty much every day.
Okay.
You see a couple of them steering clear of the bunches of fish guts.
Understandable.
And also trying to take the spider goats around that. Some in particular picking the goats up and putting them into the boat. Like they're trying to bring them back.
They're trying to wrangle spider goats. Interesting. She's real fascinated to see how that goes.
And at this point, I would say Vincent, Jean-Pierre, and Eartha come back. You are on the deck with your buddies.
Jean-Pierre will kind of skip a little bit and get in front of Vincent and put his arms out like this and says, Vincent, I'm ready to fly.
Have you ever flown before?
No, but actually, yes, I have. With Snowball. He picked me up once. It was delightful.
Are you understanding in the ways of magic?
No.
Then I need you to do something for me.
What is this?
Stand at the edge of the ship for me. You have to take the leap of faith.
Baguette is smirking so much right now. This is the side of Vincent that I don't think she's seen before.
You know what? I trust you. And
As you
we'll go to the edge and just hop.
You're going to fall for like at least 30 feet. How big is the ship? I mean, how tall is the ship before I say that?
30 feet?
10 feet tall. No.
Well,
No, this is like a galleon. So, yeah, he has about 30 feet to fall.
Cool. Then about 20 feet down, Major, it's already following him, and Major will poke him, touch as I cast Fly through Major. So he'll be able to fly.
Jean-Pierre will take one of the blunderbusses, the one that has no ammo, and drop it into the water so that the splash sound happens. And then while flying, will angle himself like he's lying down on his side and just rise up from the edge. Just, I see you try to play a little bit of a prank on me, Vincent. I see you are more playful than you let on. It is now one of my missions in life to see you smile. So get ready.
I have to say, because CB is smiling because that was an adorable moment. Vincent is not. I was like, I have to stress that. Vincent gets... The game.
Bertha is also not smiling.
Oh my god, everyone is laughing and like my character is very distraught.
That splash, like Eartha has had probably too many heart attacks in this whole from the falling to the splash, and you just rush to the edge of the ship, and then when JP comes up, she's
just real quick, he just says a note. You only have 10 minutes. Use it wisely.
Well, all of you ground dwellers, it is time to
all of you ground dwellers.
Venture onto this boat, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, Vincent will take the dinghy. He's not worried about it.
As I'm assuming we're going to deck ourselves out in the plastic before we do this.
Is there any type of thing we can put on?
Yeah, JP had bought a bunch of plastic to wear.
Yeah, it's on the boat. It's not on JP's person. So it's definitely, there's a bunch of plastic gear to wear.
Cool.
Grimly just looks up at him and is just like, wait, how long could JP fly?
I don't know, actually. Maybe he's been holding out on us.
Oh no, does Grimly think all cats can fly?
I mean, at least 50% of the ones he's met have, so...
I think when everybody's got their plastic protective gear on and we're ready to set out, just as a precaution, Baguette will cast a water walk on everybody. I mean, in case something happens. Yeah, just as a backup, and that's good for an hour.
Because of my understanding of the SSC and because spellcasting, would I believe that walking on the SSC we won't be affected by its effects, or is it like we're actually having to touch it and then
As long as we went on this, I think you might not have been on the stream. As long as you are wearing something protective on your paws, you'll be okay.
Okay.
Which I believe plastic like shoes or booties or whatever were purchased.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre specifically got little
Be sure
plastic and
that-
rubber boots.
Oh, he's adorable.
And now I'm imagining you all doing that like dog walk where you like pick your paws up really high.
Prance, prance, prance,
The
prance.
corgi's short little legs have got to make that hilarious.
As a munchkin cat, I can agree.
So as you're all getting ready, Jean-Pierre, are you waiting for them or are you just flying straight over?
Oh no, I was gonna wait for them and just kind of like overwatch.
Okay.
Pulling
So
the Vincent.
Jean-Pierre, as they're getting ready, you hear a high-pitched scream coming from the direction of the shipwreck.
Oh shit.
Worrying.
Okay, I will look over and take my crossbow out.
You no longer see any of your ship's crew over there.
Yeah, JP will float down to our boarding party and go, just a heads up. All of the crew are dead.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
All of the crews that went over to the other place are dead.
All right, well, we've seen plenty of spider goats, and we'll probably see more. Do you want to go back downstairs?
Did Major hear this as well? Because he would have been flying too.
Yes, he would have heard that.
I think Major has been with JP in the air, like next to him. He's like, I have another flying buddy right now. That's not Vincent. So I think picture JP saying this, and then Major just popping out like, slide. He just sticks his head behind us.
I need art.
Vincent, what? Then they're dead. What else?
Well, there was a high-pitched scream, and now none of them are on the salvage. They're gone.
Or they might be hidden somewhere on the wreck.
You're welcome to see. And Jean-Pierre will float and start going over and look down onto the wreckage.
All right.
Bertha looks like a very glamorous, elegant, grumpy cat right now because she is covered in plastic clothing and the boots, and she's a very fluffy kitty. She's very fluffy, so it's just every available is just puffed out, and she looks miserable.
I feel so bad for her.
But she looks
Bertha
ready.
has been going through it.
Just, did somebody say that they're all dead?
Yeah, that's something like that.
I got all dressed up and they're dead. Right, all right, let's just go see the ghosts and the spider goats and the other horrible things in the ice. It's the dogfish, the cat, mice, whatever else is out there.
I mean, it's going to make for some really interesting letters back home. Just saying. I wish Bagel were here.
And she's gonna stop. What to the boat and get in. And she'll settle down. And she's got a small her little equipment and so on, in a small little jar that has some sparkly little creepy crawlies in it, and she's ready to go.
Okay.
Mr. Tibbles, because all of this stuff was purchased before Mr. Tibbles was here.
Oh.
Mr. Tibbles is trying to get this to fit properly. It's a little long on him. So he's trying to like tie it up and try and figure some way for it to fit properly.
Eartha
Grimly?
would help with that.
I was going to say we need Eartha and Grimly, the fashion people, the fashion, friends here to do that.
It's that hazmat suit chic. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Fashion friends, unite!
Exactly. That's about it. It's like world, but look good doing it.
So everybody except Jean-Pierre and Major are getting on the boat?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jean-Pierre, from scouting ahead, you see that they don't all seem to be dead. You can see a few
Oh shit.
crew folk that are huddled and hiding. And you see that some of it looks like, well, let me paint you a picture. So you had seen crew members carrying spider goats over to a dinghy and avoiding these big blobs. You see that the blobs are now larger.
No, ma'am.
And they have arms and legs on the ground of crew members sticking out of them. And that the goats near those blobs are different. They're larger and they move different. And they look, it's hard to tell because you're not right up close, but you can tell that they have changed. They have spines, like a carapace, and they're much broader, and they're moving less like a goat, and they're kind of doing a side shuffle skitter thing.
Something about them blobs ain't right.
You can see further back, huddled together with a few other spider goats, a couple other members of the crew. And these crews seem to be pulling on the spider goats to prevent them from running towards the other ones.
Oh. Jean-Pierre will float back to everyone else. So, correction of my previous statement. Not all of the crew are dead, but most of them are. They were taken by strange fish gut blobs. And some of the goat spiders are now spooky goat spiders. Most likely because they have detected unseen nearby. Because that is what they do. They turn into spooky goat spiders. So, be ready for a shitstorm.
Real quick, point of clarification is when they see unseen or if they get hurt.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
Does he joke like this often?
We're not even at the spooky island, and there's already unseen?
And I am not joking.
And they're in goats?
Wait, spider goats.
Yep.
100% Warhammer is ready.
Yeah. As Mr. Tibbles is doing that, Baguette's just kind of got her holy symbol at the ready, and she's like, "Oh, it's on!" Like she's just thinking that with there's unseen, it's on.
It's like at the drop of a hat, Mr. Tibbles is like shame.
Yep.
That's such a weird spell. Sorry. Vincent tells JP to float down a little bit. And he casts aid upon himself, JP, and let me think. Bertha. And we all will have I'm thinking what's important. I guess do Bear's Endurance. So advantage on con saves, on con checks, sorry. And also temporary, wow, very nice. 8 points of temporary stamina.
Not too shabby.
Very nice.
Sorry, all meaning the three of us.
Okay.
Sorry, friends. Actually, it's not. Why the fuck? I'm casting it twice. So, and then Baguette, Grimly, and Tibbles will get 10 stamina points. That was a good roll for y'all.
Heck yeah.
and they're only temporary.
Well, that does put me over 100 at long last, so thank God.
You have too many hit points.
I have ascended to my final form.
That is 4. Great. Boom. Okay, I'm good. Casting. Doing what I do. Casting's good.
Well, I'm just going to pull my maul off of my back and look at the others here and be like, so does this mean we're going over still? I mean, could JP maybe just swoop down and get the crew off?
Oh.
Look at that dog.
Baby!
I think that dog needs to a
goodness.
better enhancement camouflage spell. Only half of it.
Dog's expression was like, why have you brought me here, mother?
Right? Like, how dare you besmirch?
I love that that's how Honey's dog talks.
Of course, yes. We love that dog.
Unfortunately, I am not as strong as Snowball was. I do not know if I could carry any of them.
Well, maybe we can get some of them at least in the boat. And I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Well, all right. I guess we're doing this. So much for vacation.
All right, so how are you approaching this boat? So all but Jean-Pierre and Major are going in a dinghy. Mm-hmm. You've seen the boat is kind of like this. This part has a lot of sharks, but it's the closest part to you. Okay. And here, this is a map made out of my hand. There's those globs and angry spider goats. And over here are some crew members kind of hiding behind boxes and another big glob thing that's kind of moving towards them.
No, I don't know if your hand's going to be a long-term replacement for the 5x5 grid, but it does the job.
Thank you.
You said there's sharks in the water?
Yes, that was something that Major had seen.
Yeah.
Right, the acid sharks.
But we're above the water, and if they try to touch me, I'm going to beat their ass. I mean, and we're how close are we to this boat now?
It depends. Have you left yet? You've had a
assume
lot of
probably.
discussion.
Yeah.
I've assumed that we have. I've assumed that we were going. We
Shoving.
literally said we were going with.
Okay, you're about 20 feet away from the boat.
Okay.
How are you approaching? Are you
Mr.
attracting
Tibbles.
the attention of the sharks?
Mr. Tibbles is gonna look at Grimly and say, "For the sake of the crew, do you think you could throw me 20 feet?"
I'm sorry? I could try. I mean, I don't know how bad this acid hurts, and I'm going to reach down and touch the acid sea just to get a little taste of that. But
are you wearing a glove?
No.
Or are you just putting your paw in?
No, this is a litmus test for how acid this acid sea is.
Grimly was the puppy that put batteries on his tongue, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let me see how bad this acid sea is for you, Grimly.
They keep saying it's acid, but he just...
List of things that just wasn't sure she'd have to know about to...
Okay, hold up.
I'm
We're
like-
on the acid sea.
I
That's
know.
irrelevant.
Whew, okay. No, it's fine. Hey. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, sure.
You have advantage. No, you
Oh,
don't.
yes,
no,
I-
you don't. No, you don't. Sorry, 8 is for checks, not saves.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Oh, wait, that's still a 19. Never mind, I'm fine.
Are you fine with a 19?
Maybe.
How much dice is she rolling
Oh,
for
no.
dipping a finger in?
I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's like, boop. Oh, right, you lose the finger.
Oh, no.
I would like you to take 10 acid damage, please.
Oh!
Well, there goes
Glad-
that D10.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent, for enabling my stupidity.
doesn't even watch it. He sees it happen. He doesn't even watch, so it's just.
Just like,
Just doing that.
oh, okay, yeah, that's really acid. Hey, are you sure you want to do this, buddy?
I mean, do you think you can throw me 20 feet?
I think I can try.
Let's do this.
Oh God, okay.
Please, let's do it. It's so fun for me. Are you proficient in Tibbles?
Are you proficient in Tibbles?
I could be if we learn to understand one another.
Oh.
The answer is no, Jess. I'm not proficient
Grimly.
in cats.
Grimly, fastball special.
Oh, all right. Copyright safe Wolverine.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So what is this? Is this just strength check? Is it a...
It's a throwing thing, so I would like you to make a ranged weapon attack with Tibbles.
Never done that in my life. Can do. Okay. Here we go. That's not bad. Plus, would that be dexterity then?
Mm-hmm.
18.
Hey! Good job! You got him on the boat.
Hackett watches that and is just amazed. Like, wow.
Literally just the overhand, like both hands just... Good luck!
The beard just kind of is floating up there, and then Mr. Tibble's like...
In my head, I like to see Mr. Tibbles just pass as JP, like, hi.
Hey, just sails through like...
Weapon in hand. Yeah.
Big same.
This is Ursa in the boat. Just
We had a plan, guys.
He's so brave.
Vincent just shakes his head in the best Vincent fashion. And he's just going to try to be very light-footed as to not really disturb the sea because we have water walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
and
do.
I guess that means stealthing across the sea, but he's just going to just casually.
question: is everyone going towards where the huddle of the nope beasts and the monster thingies are, or are you headed towards where the crew is?
I think they're kind of together, right?
But,
There's
What's-
a huddle of nope beasts
Yep.
and dead crew, and then
Yep.
there's live crew that is trying to keep the cute beasts from joining the nope beasts.
Gotcha.
We can see that from where we are, correct?
Flying characters can see it. As it is, you can kind of see... Yeah, it's arced enough. You can see
Okay.
that. You can't see exactly where the crew is because they are hiding, but you could definitely see a big pile of nope beasts.
Okay.
And
Where did they throw Mr. Tibbles?
Right in the middle of the nope beasts is what
Really?
I thought.
Damn.
oh no.
What?
Wasn't that what you were doing?
I mean, Cat just asked me to toss him. Like,
Yeah.
That was how I interpreted that.
Yeah. Yeah.
fair enough, I
Was it
guess.
That is
somewhere
actually
else?
no, that is my interpretation was towards like the beginning of where he could land, but him landing in the middle of it is 100% what he'd rather do.
I just want to clarify right now for you, honey. I am the tool here. I am the method. I'm not the reason. So I'm innocent.
Bertha
And-
looks like
and-
she was ready to do something, like she was prepared and everything. And then Mr. Tibbles went flying, and she just is going to look back at Vincent and everyone else, and it's just going to be so. The plan here is to actually engage the huddle of monstrosities, not save the. You know, why did I leave my room again? JP, you, Jean-Pierre, Monsieur Cook.
Wait,
They've just thrown the tiny precious cat over there into the middle of the creatures.
oh, I know, he passed me in the air.
About how much time does JP have left flying?
It'll last like 10 minutes or something.
It was
with that.
10 minutes, so I would say not a whole lot. Y'all took a long time to get ready.
So, is there a mast sticking up out of the water?
The mast is still on the ship, but broken kind of like this.
Okay. The Jean-Pierre is going to go there and test the weight a little bit and just balance on there if he can.
Okay. Yeah, you can see pretty much everything going on from there.
Yep.
And Vincent's still strutting across the water.
Yeah.
He'll be aiming to get towards the live folks.
Yeah.
Well,
That
so much
gets
for that
walking
plan.
with Vincent. So, save the people who are alive. That's the first goal, and then deal with everything else. That's a secondary goal.
So only Eartha and Grimly are left in the boat at this time.
Yes. and
That's what I'm
Grimly-
hearing, yes.
Grimly raises his paw. I just want to say I apologize for that. In hindsight, not the best idea.
Nope, we're gonna have to get over there now. And we're still 20 feet out on the boat. Who was rowing the boat? How was this boat moving?
I imagined that one of you was rowing. I
Yep.
presumed Grimly.
Yeah, that tracks actually.
Strong dog.
So you want me to?
If it's unclear, we have water walking, so we don't have to be on the
Mhm.
boat. We can get over there. It's
I'm
just
just
we don't want to touch the water in any way, shape, or form.
Right. But we
Right.
could
Unless
also-
you're Grimly.
I'm just gonna turn back and look at Earth and be like, so should I turn it back or get closer?
She's gonna reach out and she's going to nod her head, and it appears we're in it whether we want to be or not. This is the time for you to decide. Do you want to face detritus monsters or whatever those things are over there with the things to save your compatriot, Mr. Tibbles? Or do you want to stay in the boat with me? Because I am not getting out of this boat until I absolutely have to.
I was gonna ask if you want me to throw you too, but okay. And I just hop
Get
off.
off the boat!
And I'm right over.
Get off the boat!
So as you're getting off the boat, Mr. Tibbles, you have attracted the attention of several creatures, and Jean-Pierre, as someone also on the boat, you can see them now as these transformed spider goats look. Mr. Tibbles, the first thing you notice is the stench of these piles of dead, rotted sea life. And they start to move towards you.
No, ma'am.
And the arms and legs of your former compatriots kind of reach for you. And you see fish fins kind of flopping within them and seaweed kind of pulling behind. These spider goats that you heard were cute, Tibbles, and Jean-Pierre, you saw were okay looking, have changed from goat creatures to massive goats with 8 eyes, mandibles in front of their teeth, and their legs have become jointed like a spider's. So instead of running around on little goat legs, they now have like crunched out spider legs.
Oh, so now they're more spider goats than goat spiders.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Good to know. Yeah, that's fine.
And their backs are covered with, you see fur, but underneath the fur are large bristling spines.
Okay. Do they seem to be aggressive?
In
Or are they just chilling?
fact, as soon as Tibbles lands, 3 of them turn and charge at him.
Okay.
So I'm making an attack on you because you landed at... Actually, you know what? Let's roll initiative to see if you surprise them.
Yay!
Let's roll initiative. You and me and the goats. I think you surprised them.
So, Jess, you and
13.
Tibbles are rolling initiative for everybody.
This is just going to be Tibbles first because he is the only one able to fight these spider goats.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
13?
13.
Okay, so you see these goats turn and look at you with their 8 eyes, and you see them start to do this, like they're gonna charge.
Okay.
And you have a moment to react. Jean-Pierre, you can also roll if you want, since you have a shot.
Oh, that's 22.
You have a chance to react first.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one of them in the head.
Go for it.
And are they surprised?
Are they surprised? I would say they were more surprised by Tibbles landing in front of them.
Okay,
so they're not surprised.
Okay. They're not surprised by me shooting them with a crossbow?
I'd say because I'm there, I wouldn't get surprised and he would.
I would say, yeah, they can be surprised.
Hell yeah. 18?
18. It just hits it.
Hell yes.
Oof.
All right.
Okay, so 3 plus 7. Oh, Jesus. 22 damage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And that's just like a surprise round, right? It's not a
Mhm.
full round? Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, I thought you were asking if you got advantage because you were surprising them.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but you're not going to get like a bonus attack because of
Right,
surprise.
exactly. That's what I'm asking about.
Okay, cool. Yes. So any other actions?
No,
Okay.
that is my action.
Mr. Tibbles.
Mr. Tibbles is going to take a deep breath,
Uh-huh.
have his warhammer out, and repeat what Grimly said. All right, aim for the legs and go swinging.
Do it.
It's just a standard roll or advantage.
You
was about to say.
surprised it. You can have advantage this time. So I gave Jean-Pierre advantage. You can have advantage. Just this once.
That would be 19.
You got it. Are you going for the same one that Jean-Pierre shot or a different one?
Same one.
Okay.
Quicker they fall, the better. That's not too great, but that's all right. That's gonna be 3. I can math. 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. And that was with your hammer?
My hammer.
Your hammer. Okay. So as you hit it with your hammer, some of those spines on its back fly off of it and hit you in an uncovered part of your face, and you take 2 slashing damage.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Now, that spider goat is going to... La la la. Spit.
No, ma'am. Sorry.
And actually, no, that one is not going to spit. Well, one of them will, so I'll just roll for that anyway. So one of them is going to spit at you. And that's going to hit. Because that is a 27 to hit.
Just hits.
27.
So
That's disturbing.
that is 8 acid damage.
Okay.
Another one of them
Is that reduced because I'm wearing plastic?
Yeah, it is.
Hey.
What a good question. Take half.
All right.
Another one of them is going to stand up on its hind legs, and from its abdomen releases a massive web that covers the ground. And give me a dex saving throw, Mr. Tibbs.
Oh, a dex saving throw. Okay. Nine.
You are currently immobile. And the last one is going to come at you with... Let's see. Let's see, it is... Okay. Yes, that is a dirty 20.
That just hits.
Like 28.
No, that one actually just hits.
Oh, damn. Okay.
My AC's, my defense is 18.
Nice.
So that is 9 piercing damage as it rams at you with its horns.
Okay.
At this point, you see from your frozen position that those creatures, the blobs, are starting to move closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing anything yet, but they're coming in.
Okay.
And now, what's everybody else doing? Grimly, you've seen Mr. Tibbles get swarmed by spider goats after throwing him onto the boat.
I would just like to say I have zero regrets about this.
Oh yeah. Grimly is just going to see Mr. Tibbles get swarmed and prodded on by Eartha. She's like, "All right, okay, here we go," and he's going to charge at the spider goats. They can take care of the crew better than he can.
Quick question, because Vincent and Baguette left before Grimly.
True, they did.
What would that be like during this time?
You were going for the back of the boat.
We're going for the back of the boat. Yeah, we're going to find the folks. Yeah.
Would the two of you like to join the fight, or are you going to help the people in need?
I would probably look at Baguette and say, "I'll help the fight. You get them," unless Baguette feels differently.
Well, I'll do one thing first before, she heads back to help the living. She would like to cast Sanctuary on Mr. Tibbles, which she can concentrate on while she's walking towards the living folks.
Okay. I will say that the two of you arrive at the boat first.
Okay.
And the two of you can roll me initiative.
Okay.
Again, you will be able to cast Sanctuary as soon as you get there.
Fair enough.
That is a 16.
Okay. And then you are going to join Baguette's going to go to the back, correct?
Yeah, she's going to go, but before she leaves, she's going to see Mr. Tibbles is in distress and cast Sanctuary.
Mr. Tibbles is having a good old time.
Well, she admires Mr. Tibbles and his bravery, and she wants to help out,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that can last for up to a minute. So I figure while she's concentrating on that while she's walking.
Okay.
So just so you know, Sanctuary wards a character within range, and you're within range, against attack until the spell ends. Any character who targets the warded character with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed saving throw, the character must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Nice. What's your spell save DC?
Currently, it is a 16.
Okay, cool.
I have a feeling that I'm hoping wisdom is not their thing, so...
Sweet.
Yes, the wise spider goats.
Right.
I got a 19 on my initiative. So
All right, sweet. So I think you're going to get to go before Mr. Tills on the next round. And let's go back to the top. So, Jean-Pierre, you are up. Next round, Grimly and Eartha will be in.
So are any of these spider goats in range with Mr. Tibbles?
Oh, they all are.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm flanked at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So would
You
you
are
consider
flanked and
him
frozen.
threatening them, so to say? They're not expecting me?
I mean, you've already shot one in the face, so it knows that you're there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you surprise again.
Just a guard from Skyrim must have been the wind.
I mean, what are your rules? What are the rules for this? You would get like a sneak attack thing because they are in melee.
Yeah.
But you don't get surprise.
No.
Okay.
No, but surprise, as long as it's advantage, that's when I get my damage. So I'm going to shoot the one that I shot before.
Cool.
Down. That's an 18 again.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes. That D8. Okay. 20 damage.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
And then I'll take my bonus action and fire again. Because that
I just
secret...
did 30 plus 20 is 20.
It was a good try.
I want the fight to go on forever.
And that's a natural 20.
Okay, shit. So how do you eviscerate this spider goat?
Yeah, so for my perch, just kind of casually Jack Sparrow hanging off of the mast, like one-handed reloading the crossbow, take a shot, flip it up in the air, take a bolt out of my vest and pop it in, and just I hate the sea, and shoot at the same one, and just shoot for like the back of its head, like right in the medulla oblongata. And just watch it fall.
Nice. And you see it fall to the ground.
It's medulla oblongata. That's wrong. Amygdala. That's what it is.
Quick question: do the spines trigger?
They do not. Only on melee attacks.
That's what I wanted to double check.
That's really nice. Hell yeah.
Vincent, my friend, you are up. One of these goats is down.
What do I see? One's down. There's two others that were attacking Tibbles, correct?
Yep.
And they are the transformed goats, not the normal goaties.
Yep.
Oogie.
And there's also like a pilot sludge or whatever.
Yeah. And how far is how big is that webbing or whatever that's on the ground?
That is a 20-foot cube.
Okay. That's fine. Then I'll get outside of that. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I'm a ranged character for the most part. For the most part, for reasons, and that reason is Major swooping in. And through Major, I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, nice.
On one. Because he can do that, Captain. Key. Let me look at that. That is a melee spell time. And then we songs. Okay. That is an 18 on the die, so that's a 26.
On a spider goat?
Yes.
Yes, you get that.
And then that will be 11 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
If that does anything.
It does.
I was like, oh shit. I did not think about that at all. But glad. But then, I mean, it might be a bad idea, but hey, rather hit Major than anything else. Major will back up a little bit.
Okay.
Will it take an opportunity attack?
Well, since you mentioned it, why not?
No, that's fine. That's what I was asking.
That is, let's see. I'm like, what is 16 plus numbers?
It hits regardless.
Oh, okay. So it hits Major. And let me get out my little bitey dice.
He didn't have anything special about him.
That's 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
As it chomps on him.
And as he comes back, wait. Okay, this all happened. It just did it in a different way because I forgot that it is not ranged. Did I put it as ranged? No, I didn't. Okay, I was making sure I didn't.
Was that attack that Major just did a touch thing?
Through me, but yes, it was a melee attack. It's a melee spell attack.
Then Major also takes 2 slashing damage as well.
That's fine. Okay.
Do I take that as well since I'm in the area? Wanted to make sure.
You said 2. So
I appreciate you all asking me if I get to hurt you.
I'm just being real. But what I was saying was I will flip how I do it, but same things happen. He doesn't pull back just yet, but he will be pulling back, so he'll still get hit.
Okay, cool.
But he will touch and then smack as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that will be probably not a hit at 13.
Nope, that does not hit.
That's fine. So he struggles, and then ow, and pulls back.
Okay.
And that is my turn. And the good thing is I still got concentration because I haven't got hit yet.
All right, Tibbles.
Okay. Mr. Tibbles is going to activate Mighty Foes, and he's going to swing at the one that was just hit.
You are immobile, so first you need to give me a strength saving throw to be able to move.
Oh, okay. Strength saving throw. It is a good thing I'm strong.
You are wrapped up in a web.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you are out.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah. I'm trying to rage like Grimly does.
Hey,
and then
that's my thing.
and then I'll activate Mighty Foes, which means I get to attack with advantage for this one round. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah.
So that is 16 points of damage.
Okay. Sweet. And then you take 2 slashy back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice. So, Baguette, you have reached the crew, and you see a bunch of, actually not a bunch, like 3. The mouse, who had been really excited about spider goat milk, as well as an otter and a lizard. And they're each holding on to the legs of one of these goats.
Okay. I'm guessing I know the answer to this, but just to be clear, does she smell the unseen?
You do not.
Okay. She want to make sure it's like, let's see. All right. So, she's gonna, like, how close am I to the 3 that I'm seeing? Am I right about them?
I'd say about 10 feet away.
Okay. Take a quick assessment. Are you hurt?
And one of them goes, no, but they want to get to their moms up there.
Oh, okay. So with that, she's going to take a quick look and see what she's dealing with from the scary spider goats.
As you look, you see that a big blob that smells terrible that you had passed on your way up here is a lot closer than it had been as you were walking before.
Okay. It smells terrible, but it doesn't smell like unseen terrible.
Nope, just smells like rotted fish.
Just smells awful. Okay, well...
And it is flocking your way.
It is. Oh, that's disturbing. You're giving me nightmare fuel. Just saying. Okay, well, I've still got Sanctuary up on Mr. Tipple, so I won't cast it on myself. I will, however, do something against that horrifying nightmare fuel.
Okay.
And that'll be Sacred Flame.
Ooh, yeah, give me that.
Okay. They have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Or take damage.
Let's see. I think it's probably going to take damage. That is 10.
Yes, it takes damage. So let's see how much radiant damage it takes. Shall we? It would help if I grab the right die. Of course, I rolled a bit low. That's 5 radiant damage.
So what did your radiant damage look like?
I will tell you. Hold on. Well, objects hit by the spell shed bright light in a 20-foot radius, which will stay illuminated if the caster concentrates. Not necessarily right now, circumstantially. So yeah, it's just this brilliant, bright, light up the space, holy aura of FU.
Nice. All right, so you hit it with that, and it seems to light up a lot more of this creature than you expected it to.
Okay.
Like you thought it might just be a spot, but it's like a big, shiny, glowy thing.
Given I can as a bonus action make an intelligence check. Can I try to figure out what the heck is going on with that?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
Anything in particular or just straight intelligence?
You can give me nature or no magic.
No arcana?
Or yeah, that's what I meant. No arcana.
No arcana is definitely better than my no nature, so let's try that. That's a 23.
Okay, yeah, you know what this is. You know that these are something called globsters.
Globsters.
They are animated by dark necrotic magic, but you know about them because they can also be created by the unseen. But they're also created by necromancers. And they are amalgamations of rotted sea life. They increase in size by eating the living and the dead and fully incorporating the bodies of what they eat.
See, that's why, that makes sense why they would teach me that in seminary, because that's horrifying. Okay.
Oh no! I just lost 2 players.
Good now.
All right. You know, that answers a lot of questions for her. So I know what I'm going to do next time I can take an action. So, all right. Yep. Lots of really interesting letters back home. Yep.
Okay. So, it is now the Spider Goat's turn, and one of them does not know that Hallow is up. So, not Hallow, the spell that
Sanctuary.
You do. Sanctuary. And it is going to make an attack at Mr. Tibbles. And it is going to super fail that wisdom save.
So it has to choose somebody else or lose the attack.
And Vincent is the only other one there, but I don't know where CB is, and I don't want to attack his character when he's not here.
I was about to say CB was a ways back.
So it's going to... CB, are you okay?
Sorry, they didn't give me utensils, so I had to go run.
Oh, okay. But... I thought you were like really fucked up by the gloves.
No, but that was a no man regardless.
No.
You're like, no, I quit the game.
It's okay. The globster can't hurt you.
So
we clipped because fuck that. Anywho,
it's gonna make a charge at Vincent and super duper fail that charge. So
Can a globster trip?
I am guessing that 12 does not hit Vincent.
It does not.
Okay, so
Question.
Vincent, you see,
As
yes?
As he runs away, can I get in a real quick swing?
Yeah, you may.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nope, I missed. Keep going.
Okay. So I like this comedy of errors. It runs up to Mr. Tibbles, turns away, charges at Vincent as Mr. Tibbles tries to hit with his hammer and misses.
Yep.
So Vincent, you see this massive creature charge at you and just kind of charge right past you and then turn around and stand next to you.
Great. That was bad.
And now another one is going to try and charge at Vincent. So
Stop doing it.
What happens? This one is going to succeed.
With what?
That is a 23.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
So that is...
There's some small things I can do, so I just wanted to make sure.
That is 9 piercing damage.
That's disgusting.
And I would like you to make me a dexterity save, please. Oh, wait. No, it's more piercing. Sorry, because it charged. That is 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 piercing damage. And make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay, 1 second. So it did 9 and then technically 6. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I forgot. Since it did a charge, it gets to do an extra die.
47. Okay, sorry. Okay, now make a dex save. I can attempt that, Captain. No, what is the... There's an 18 on the die. That's a 21.
Okay, so this thing plows into you with its horns, but you stand your ground.
Fucking Oracle. Hell yeah, dude.
And you do not fall over.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see these two, what Baguette has identified as globsters.
No, ma'am.
One of them creeps up and consumes the body of the first spider goat.
The one that we killed?
The one that you killed.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see horns and hooves sticking out of it as it increases in size.
Oh, that's nice.
And the other one gets closer, and it is...
Is that 4 or 3?
Globsters.
Oh, it's 2 globsters. Gotcha.
2 with you and 1 with Baguette.
Gotcha.
There is... One is going to... How fast are they? Not very fast. So it's going to try and attack Mr. Tibbles, and I'm almost positive it's going to fail. Oh, it might succeed. That was... No, it doesn't. It just failed that wisdom save. So, and there's nobody nearby. So it just kind of hangs out in front of Mr. Tibbles. And now Grimly and Eartha can join the fight.
It's been 10,000 years. All right, fair enough. Are we rolling for initiative too?
Sure. Or I can just slot you in wherever you would like to go.
Works for me.
Roll me some initiative, guys.
6.
6.
Sorry.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Dear Lord.
So Eartha, you're up.
Yep, I am assuming Grimly did not leave the boat far out, and it is close enough to the other boat for.
It'll be
Eartha to-
fine.
Yeah. But Eartha does get on the ship, take a good eye for things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Jean-Pierre is above, Vincent is behind Mr. Tibbles. Mr. Tibbles is here, and then there's goat monster thingies on the other side. How many goat monsters on the side facing Mr. Tibbles?
2.
And then the glob is on the other side?
There are 2 globs. One slightly larger than the other.
So the large one is in front of Mr. Tibbles.
Mm-hmm.
The smaller one is over by Vincent.
No, they're both by Mr. Tibbles.
So nothing's by Vincent.
There are 2 spider
There are
goats.
2 spider goats by Vincent.
2 spider
Okay.
goats near Vincent and 2 globs near Mr. Tibbles.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. You're going to see Artha walks up behind everything, but within, God dang it. That's 120 feet. But she's going to focus very hard, and somewhere out there upon the acid sea, there's demon sea sludge who will eat you and me. And you're gonna see as she sings this spiraling pattern of notes and everything, glimmering moonlight magic, she's throwing up a wall of fire between Mr. Tibbles and the monster sludge thingies, because the devil is a lie. And then she's she's going to speak him. I don't think this is the time to play around. Get the survivors. We need to get off this boat as soon as possible. And again, she does look like this little puffball in her plastic, but she is mostly speaking to JP, who knows her because she knows he's above. As she throws up this wall, it's just fire. So Mr. Tibbles
like a
is standing
10-foot
there
wall of fire.
Yes, blocking Mr. Tibbles from the monster sludge. And it basically puts her in range of the spider goats on the other side, but she's more concerned about demon sludge. So
Nice.
she's a minister. She's throws herself in, and then she's looking at the goats. Somebody told me they were cute. Somebody lied.
Jean-Pierre, you're up.
Well, now there is a wall of fire. So, Jean-Pierre took his first shot at one of the spider goats attacking Monsieur Tibbles.
Or Vincent.
Vincent. Spider goats are with Vincent. Globs are with me.
Right.
And the globs are walled off.
Yeah. So, shooting one of the spider goats.
Are you going for the one that is injured or the one that is not injured?
The one that is injured.
Okay.
That is over 20.
Yes.
The hit.
Get it.
Medium. 15 damage.
Nice.
And then for my bonus action, I will take another shot at one of the globs.
Okay.
Are they in striking distance?
Can you see them through the wall of fire?
That is a good question.
Technically speaking, no. That I am not fighting them whatsoever. I'm walled off from them now.
Okay. Then if I can't see them, then I'll just shoot at
Well, the question is, you're on the mast, and the wall of fire doesn't go super, super high.
Oh, yeah, so you could see them.
You could see them, just you don't get your thing with
Right,
me.
yeah. But I'm going to shoot the same spider that I shot at before.
Okay.
Oh, so close. Over 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I think that was close enough.
18 damage to that same spider.
Nice. Okay, so that you see this spider, as you get it right through one of its many eyes, does not seem to be doing so well. It's kind of like slumping, and it's still doing a bit of a threatening skitter towards Vincent, but it seems to be a little bit half-hearted at this point.
Well, that's the end of Jean-Pierre's turn.
All right, Vincent, you are up, my love.
Okay, just checking a thing really quickly. That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. Okay. Wait, did I write that wrong? Oh, I wrote that very wrong. Oops. It's level 3, not level 2. Okay. There are 2 spider goats within 5-10 feet of me.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Then from me, I touch my eye, and I note that as I do that, I note and I look up. I see that JP's on the mast, not flying. He nods to himself. As from his eye, you see 4 spectral dolls surround him, and they're just as I cast Spirit Guardians. They're floating around me 15 feet. And I designate all of my folks that I know as good people.
Okay.
When a character enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts his turn, they're going to make a wisdom save. On a failed save, you'll take 3d8 radiant damage.
Nice.
And then let me think. I didn't see that because I was in the other room. Okay. As a bonus action, I think that Major would probably punch someone.
Okay.
There's
a very injured spider goat with an arrow through one of its many eyes and a completely uninjured spider goat.
Yeah, but he's not really worried about that because they're going to take damage once their turn starts regardless. So the Major's going to, and I believe Major's on the...
He came back towards you, I thought.
Yeah, so Major can see the globsters, correct or no? Yeah, because it's, if I'm thinking of it correctly, spider goat shit, me, Major, globster, wall of fire, Tibbles, or is it the
other way around?
So Tibbles, wall of fire, then globsters. Okay, then never mind. And I guess Major will punch the injured one.
So there's another globster up by Baguette if you want to send it that way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, do that. You run over there.
No kidding.
That is... Where's your shit? A 17 hit?
17. Yes, that hits.
Oh, yeah. So that will be 1d6. 4 plus 4. 8 psychic damage.
Ooh, psychic damage.
Yeah, Major does psychic damage. And he kind of gets like floats in between the globster and Baguette and gets...
Thank you, Major.
Back to my turn.
Tibbles, you're up.
All right. Mr. Tibbles is going to charge at the uninjured spider goat.
Okay.
And he's just going to take a swing without advantage this time.
Okay.
That's going to miss.
Oh.
Horribly.
You have fortune, remember. You have fortune.
Yeah, sure, I'll use it.
There's 4 fortune here.
Yeah, that's going to hit. That's over 20.
Okay.
So then with my roll, that's a pretty good roll. That's going to be a 15 damage.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my new ability, Inspiring Word. And as my Inspiring Word, still not being very good at singing, Mr. Tibbles is just going to scream, like, aggressively. And all of my allies may immediately use a stamina die for health or spells.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who can hear me or see me may immediately use a stamina die for health or spells.
Yes.
What, use it for spells?
That
To regain spell slots.
is a game changer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, to regain spells?
Regain spell slots.
Yeah, that's
What
how
the goddamn?
spellcasters use it.
Fucking
That's-
insane.
That's amazing.
That's That
I told
is
you when you were
awesome.
talking about like all the powerful like spellcasters and stuff, and you guys left Tibbles out. I'm like, Tibbles got some powerful stuff.
And Tibbles is right next to Vincent, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Vincent just. Oh, damn.
A
Well,
little cat just screams in your ear, and you're like, that actually felt pretty good. Huh.
We gained 7 fucking spell slots. That's so
yeah,
good.
yeah, you just topped me back off. So.
Plus stamina spell. 4 spell slots. That's wild.
For
Yeah.
clarification, not to take up time, for clarification, we are using one of our stamina die, though. To
Yeah.
do that.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then you take 2 slashing damage. Tibbles. Not everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worth it.
Baguette. What you gonna do, Baguette? Lynn? Oh no,
Oh.
Lynn can't hear us.
Oof.
The scream was that powerful.
Yeah.
The scream was so
Yeah.
powerful that it knocked out Baguette's microphone.
Furiously typing.
It's okay. You know what? Actually, I think with that scream, we will end. Okay, I'm gonna have Baguette do one more action. What's up?
Okay, well, Vincent and Baguette strangely think similarly a lot. I did not expect that. But she is going to cast Wolf Pack, which is very similar, only it does force damage if they don't make their save, which in this case is a Constitution saving throw.
Do they make it immediately?
Let's see. Anyone who attempts to enter the afflicted area or starts their turn there must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so on their turn.
Yes.
Cool.
So anybody who's within 30 feet of her, she's going to protect with the howling spectral dogs of, leave my people alone, basically.
I love it.
And as her bonus action, she is going to cast Sanctuary on herself. Since that's not a concentration spell, she can keep it up on Mr. Tibbles and herself at the same time.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Grimly, you are
Oh my
up.
god. It's finally my turn. My moment. Okay, so Baguette's getting bothered by a Globert, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones are stuck by the wall of
Yeah.
fire, right? All right, Grimly's finally going to reach the boat, just look around and be like, I made it. All right, what are we doing? Okay. Oh, and see Baguette getting attacked and run over and give that thing a whack as he rages.
Do it.
Oh. Goodbye, dice. Oh, okay. Natural 20, so it's a 29.
Nice.
And I do 26 damage.
Holy shit. So, Grimly, how do you eviscerate this globster that is hassling Baguette?
Yes.
It's not evisceration, it's like a sledgehammer to a watermelon.
Uh-huh.
And he
It's
just
the
looks
second
up.
time we've referenced that this
I know.
Yeah.
Just splattering it everywhere, all over himself. He just says, "You okay?"
Thanks.
And that is where we have to end tonight's episode. We will be back next week with more spider goats and globsters, but with a cat screaming metal.
Yes.
And walls of fire and mashing piles of dead fish is, I think, a good place to call it for the night. So let's meet our wonderful dogs and cats. I'm Jess. You can find me on Twitter at Miss_Jess03, and I write games and supplements. I'll see y'all next week. We have a Patreon. I'll put it in the thing. Please support it. Eartha, who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. I am a person who plays games and runs games and loves people. So remember to love your you, and if you can't today, I love you.
Baguette, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Lynn Meyer. I write stuff and edit stuff and stream stuff. Find my stuff on DM's Guild or, other places coming soon. And if you want to see me be a non-dog cleric, you can catch me in a new Wildmount campaign starting tomorrow. We have session 0 on Featherfall Tabletop. So all the spell casting.
Sweet. Vincent, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hey, Critical Bard here. Critical Bard across all social media channels. You can find me everywhere that has my name in it because I'm that big. Most importantly, though, it is currently the Play It Forward event on DM's Guild. So many people like Cameron, Jess, and myself, and I'm sure many others in this group have things you can do and support because 100% of the royalties go to us right now because we broke because of Corona. So just link to my college acapella in the chat. You can check that out. Be great. It's on a discount right now because reasons. That's me. Bam.
Javier, who are you? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm Cameron. I'm Cameron Blair. Camb_32 on Twitter, where you can find all my stuff. Like CB said, it is Play It Forward. Couple weeks. I've got an adventure out where you can go through a haunted mansion full of ghosts, undead things, and family trauma. And if you really want to fucking rip and tear and leave a trail of bloody demons and guts behind you, the Path of Perpetual Torment is also available on DM's Guild. But you can go to my website, CameronBlair.org, and just find it all there. And that's it. That's all for me.
Mr. Tibbles, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Alan Engelson, professional playtester, and I help to make sure that all these are quality tested, and I can tell you right now, they're all really great.
Grimly, who are you? Where can we find you?
And hello, I'm Alan C. Johnson. You can find me at Gnarler Twitter on Gnarler Twitter. Wow, Gnarler Jenkins on Twitter. Goddamn. And as everyone has said for the third time, please support your authors for Play It Forward because there's really cool stuff. I'm with Jess's Equinox book and a couple of other fun ones. So thanks for that.
All right. We love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining us. This was wonderful. And we will be back at this same time next week. Stay tuned for session 0 of Technocracy Reloaded. And enjoy your Tuesday. We love you so much. Bye everyone.